Do you want early access? Do you want uncut reactions? If so, then check out our Patreon. Link in the description down below. I really don't know what to say other than Hajime is up to some bullshit. Wanting to kill Licht. Please don't. I like Licht. I think he's a cool character. He seems to be obsessed with learning the truth. That's his number one thing. The fact that they want Shinra now, and they're like, alright, as soon as he brings Shinra in, we're going to kill him. I think Licht will expect that. Hibana knows that.
Hopefully he goes straight back to the 8th, and he gets there, and he's like, so, I got some shit to tell y'all.
Yeah.
And he comes clean, and he's just like, so they want me to bring Shinra to their lab, and I'm pretty sure they're going to kill me once I get there.
And I guarantee you they're
like,
gonna...
I'm sorry I was sent here under the pretense of being a spy for them, but I'll have you all know that the only reason that I accepted this position to start with was to hopefully help me learn the truth about things.
Honestly.
But I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
We're going to give this a watch. This is episode 14, The Ashen Reaper of Season 2 of Fire Force. Here we go.
お前も訓練学校に入る前は灰島の施設にいたんだろう。お前もしかしてスパイだろ。ああ、そうかもな。お前を暗殺できるならスパイにでもなってやるぜ。やはりスパイだったか。かかってこい。
Oh!
その頃だな。
They soaked his feet in liquid
施
nitrogen?
設で実験を受けていた。今でもあの冷たい感じを思い出すよ。不自由はなかったけど、居心地は良くなかったな。
シンラ君。
そうさか。
今からちょっぴり大事な話があるのでみんなに集まってほしいんだ。
Still not nearly as good as the one intro.
Nope.
それで大事な話っていうのは
僭越ながら私、ビクトル・リヒトは第8に潜り込んだ灰島のスパイなんです。
Yeah, and?
反応薄くない？
うん、知ってた。
I mean, it was kind of fucking obvious.
He is actually doing apparently what I said I think he should do.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, they knew that something was weird with him.
灰島の人間だろ。
ですよね。
リヒトさんは仲間じゃないんですか？
いいの、シスターはそのままで。僕が第8に来た一番の目的はアドラバーストを持つシンラ君の監視です。灰島は伝道者と同じく次のアドラバーストの持ち主を探していて、灰島の研究員はその頃のシンラ君の炎にアドラバーストを確認できなかった。
ザコが。何がおかしい。お前だけは笑うな。
シンラ君を見落としていたという事実が分かってから、施設の実験は負傷者が出るほどにまで一気に過激化していった。ついにシンラ君を連れてこいと命令が出た。
隊員を売るような真似ができるわけないだろ。
今回出頭すれば、もしかしたら施設と伝道者とのつながりが見つかるかもしれない。
子供を守れなくて何がヒーローだ。
君は第八と灰島どちらの味方だ？
そりゃどっちもですよ。灰島にいたのは真実を研究できるから、今は第8ビーキですよ。第8の方が真実に近づけそうですしね。
お前を一人で灰島に行かせられない。危険すぎるからな。灰島重工調査作戦開始だ。
了解。
死神のおじさんと勝負しようか。
はい。
He's creepy.
Excessively creepy.
So I'm guessing this kid's going to be the next pillar they're going to find out probably.
Maybe.
これで戦闘テストも3回目か。死ぬまで帰れないよ。今回でテストも3回目だし、そろそろおじさんも本気を出さなきゃいけない。いやー、君ならできる、できるんだ。だって君は虫に選ばれたんだ。見せてやろうぜ、君の熱血を。
みなぎってきたー。
そうだ、ファイヤー、タッチャー。気合だ、気合だ。いいぜ、熱いぜ、頑張るぜ。
That's not a good sign that his inner voice is fucking Reika.
Yeah, Rekka. It's not a good sign at all.
見てる方も辛いのによくやるね。彼にとっては天職らしいよ。実戦部隊で活躍できる実力があるというのに、 希望してここに残っているらしい。子供をいたぶるためにね。
The fuck, man?
右手あの第7の大隊長にも匹敵するらしい。十分だ。
As a piece of shit.
Yep.
子供に暴力なんて気が引けないのかい？弱い者いじめが好きでね。それで我々大人には素直に従うんだな。いちいちうるさいやつだ。お前もその弱いに入っていることが分かってないのか。神羅草壁がここに来るらしいな。実験の相手は当然俺だよな。さあ弱いからな。
I hope he wrecks your fucking face.
今でもあいつの邪悪さは覚えています。
Oh, so Shinra's met this dude before.
I think so.
お前たちだけずるいぞ。俺にもガキで遊ばせろ。気づいてますか？
ええ、まあセキュリティが我々を見張ってますね。絶対ここから出さないって感じっすね。ジョーカーにだけ体を張らせるわけにはいかない。
Oh, there she is.
このようにまだ能力の使い方がわからない子供を世話しているんです。
少年に面会の申請をしたのですが、承認が下りないと言われました。
ナタク君ですね。彼は
Also, Nataku. I don't think Nataku knows that Rekka's dead.
He may not.
There he is.
君は何がここにはいないだ。例の少年はここにいますよ。
宣言式のテストになるがよろしく。
Oh, here we go.
今日はよろしく頼むよ。覚えてるよ。ちょくちょく見かけたよね。ここで当時から遊びたかったよ。今でも十分弱そうだ。ああ、このクソ野郎ぶっ飛ばしてやる。
Good.
深刻な肺をこんな黒煙をまき散らして大丈夫なのか。右だった。何かに触れた。強いて言えば黒煙。反応された。その黒煙は一体何だ。隠すつもりはないよ。言ったところで対処なんてできないだろう。俺の感覚とリンクし、些細な揺らぎも感知する。君の速攻にもそれで反応したんだよ。脳が追いつかないくらいの連撃で攻撃している。
回転とともに火力が上がっています。
Ooh! Don't get distracted!
食学に
黒野君、その辺にしておこう。十分にデータは取れたよ。
楽しもう。
I really wish this guy wasn't an asshole
He's gonna have to
because
figure out a way to beat this guy because this is essentially going to become a death match.
eventually, yeah. Unless they got something in there to stop it.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know either. Also, I really wish this guy wasn't a fucking asshole because I think his powers are actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, they're pretty much... I mean, they make sense as villain powers, too, though.
They do, but again, you know, just... Jesus.
I feel like it's kind of like a thing like with you've heard about JoJo's author and how he establishes that someone's a real piece of shit, right?
Yes.
He has them kill a dog or hurt a dog.
Yes.
Whereas like I feel like this guy like establishes that someone's a piece of shit whenever they like beat up on or otherwise like exploit a child in some way.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's like basically if you bully kids, you're a real piece of shit is what he's kind of
just like what they did with Rekka.
Yeah. And I mean, also like Giovanni, obviously, like he's cemented him as a huge piece of shit just as being like a manipulative abuser, essentially.
Well, not only that, but he shot that kid, the one that was working with Vulcan. Remember?
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that part, too. So, yeah, I mean, like, I think he uses that as a tool, kind of like the JoJo's author does. It's like, if someone beats up on kids in my fiction, you know they're a real piece of shit, basically.
Yeah, in which they are. I mean, don't get me wrong, that it's sort of like a real world plot point. I mean, you hurt dogs or you hurt animals or you hurt small children.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's
fuck you, I'm going to kick your ass.
In that case.
Yeah. I mean, what can you dude's a tremendous piece of shit.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's getting into it now, he's just like, I really wish they would let me beat up on you back when you were a kid. It's like...
So Shinra's not even tried his rock on sign yet, so...
Not yet.
He's still got plenty of things to try to be...
He's got some tricks, but I still think he's figuring out how this guy's power fully works.
Yeah, he's like, even if I tell you about it, you can't figure out how to do anything about it. And it's like, yeah, all kinds of people have thought that.
Yeah, exactly, until eventually... Someone figures something
honestly,
out.
You did the part that usually takes him getting beat up for like half an episode to actually do himself. So you honestly made it easier on him. He's gonna probably figure out a way to kick your ass.
Yeah, at the start or in the middle of next episode.
Like the last guy he fought, like before he could even like do like a remote amount of damage to him at all, he had to figure out how his powers even worked.
Yeah, he had to figure out if he was a second or third.
Like basically half an episode before he could even figure out exactly why he was getting his ass kicked. But this guy just told him right off the bat, so he's already a step ahead right there.
Oh, yeah. So...
He's too arrogant.
Well, arrogance often leads to downfall. You know that. But my guess is Shinra's going to figure this guy out, and he's going to mop the floor with him in the second half of the episode, and then something's going to stop it, and the guy's going to get pissed, and he's just going to basically... have a vendetta against Shinra for the rest of the show, and he's just gonna be like, I want to kill Shinra, give me Shinra.
See, I wonder how it would go if dude that was kicking Shinra's ass from the evangelist cult like went up against this guy. Like, I feel like he would probably kick this guy's ass. I think this guy thinks he's hotter than he actually possibly is. They're like, he might even rival the guy from the 7th. And it's like, yeah, but do we know that? Have they ever fought each other?
Well, no, they haven't.
Like, probably not.
Shinmon...
Like, it's like, that's just based off of what you've seen happen. You haven't seen a lot of shit go down that's happened.
Yeah, Shinmon is definitely one of the more powerful fire users.
And I think at some point he'll probably get taken down a notch by a villain or something at some point. They usually don't leave protagonists like that. Like Mr. Almighty, he'll probably lose that rep for a second at some point, at least.
Yeah.
Like he'll come up against somebody from the evangelist cult that'll make him rethink exactly how hot shit he actually is, you know?
Yeah, well, let's see. But overall, though, I'm still extremely into this in terms of like how Shinra is, fighting this guy. I think this guy's going to get his ass kicked by Shinra in one part of these episodes coming up, and basically he's just gonna have a vendetta, and then I don't know if they're gonna save the kid here or whenever, but I hope they do, because the kid, Nataku, seems to be a good kid. He's just mentally scarred, because I think it was his mother that died when Rekka.
It's the case with a lot of characters from the show, really.
Well, yeah. Either
there's a lot of
parents die or they leave or something.
There's a lot of emphasis on like trauma and having to overcome it like mentally. Like it's not just like physical battles that take place in this show. There's a lot of mental.
Yeah, there's a lot of mental problems
going on in characters' minds, like against themselves essentially, and against their past.
Well, yeah.
That's why I kind of like this style, like how he writes, because like he basically, has a a focus on mental health in these as well, like that a lot of other series don't really touch on so much.
Yeah.
You go watch like Naruto and like, you know, you got a lot more like physical fighting, and we got to get stronger. We got to be the next Hokage.
There's
like,
certain arcs
gotta
that
train
do
my
deal with
physical
grief
powers
pretty well.
to get stronger and stronger. You know, whereas this one is like, yeah, we got to get stronger physically, but also we got to get to the bottom of like why we're essentially being consumed by our past and our inner demons and such.
Also,
they're both demons on the outside and the inside in this show.
Yeah, well, they deal with grief pretty well in Naruto. For instance, when he finds out that about Jiraiya, and that whole segment goes down, and he realizes, you know, I just can't wallow in despair, you know, because that's not what he would want.
Yeah.
And he's right.
So they touch on it a little bit, but I don't think it goes quite as deep.
It doesn't go as far as it could have.
Yeah.
The one I think they did the best was when Asuma, and you saw Shikamaru go through that.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, it's probably a bad example. Like, honestly, a better example would probably be Dragon Ball Z for a show that's like almost all just physical confrontation.
Big time.
There's not really as much going on psychologically in Dragon Ball Z. It's a whole lot of physical confrontation and talking shit.
Every now and again they do. It's whenever big character building moments happen, like Vegeta, for instance. Because Vegeta, when we knew him in Dragon Ball Z, when Dragon Ball Z started, he was a villain, like hardline villain. And then very slowly changes started to happen, and then eventually he had the Namek arc when basically he was on the ground after getting beaten by Frieza, and then Goku shows up, and then Vegeta's last wish with his dying breaths are literally kill him, just take, you know, avenge our people, you know. And we see Vegeta was trapped by pride, and he was also a product of his upbringing, you know, taken away from his dad and being raised to basically be a planet destroyer by Frieza. And it's just like, damn, dude, you feel for the guy. And then he has a full character overhaul by the time the Cell series comes around, and then I guess by the Buu saga, he deals with his final demons, and then he becomes a good guy.
Yeah.
Which I like that. I think that kind of character change from bad guy to good guy works the best, long form. They can't just all of a sudden, you know, do all these terrible acts, and then in one episode it's like, oh, hey, I'm good now.
Yeah.
No, you can't do that. It takes time to turn a character. It's again, character growth. Sometimes a character can grow into being a better person. Sometimes a character can grow into being literally the devil himself. For instance, Walter White. Walter White went from everyday dad, you know, to all of a sudden becoming literally like Satan in human form with his actions. It's just like, Jesus, man. Yeah, see how far someone falls.
Like, not to say that other shonen anime are not entertaining or anything, but I think that's what kind of sets this one like a level above a lot of other shonen anime.
Oh God, there's so many out there that
like Soul Eater's
brush over
a more entertaining, fun kind of.
I will admit
endeavor,
that,
you know, and this is clearly taken a lot more seriously. It's still obviously got its fun comedy and lighthearted moments.
Oh yeah.
Like when you kind of look at what it is, like you're not only getting the shonen action that you expect from a series like this, but also going a lot deeper into human emotions, human history, like why do we do what we do and think what we think and believe what we believe.
Yeah, true.
How do we deal with like horrible things, and essentially, as Joker puts it, the world sucking, you know.
Yeah, the world sucks.
Why does the world suck? Can we figure out why? Can we change it somehow? Like it's deeper than a lot of shonen in that aspect, I think.
Yeah.
So I think that's what sets it a level above.
I agree.
I think that's probably why everybody kind of recommends this and likes this a lot.
Yeah, and I remember when we started this, I didn't know how I would 100% feel about it, neither did you. And now here we are, knee deep, like halfway through the second season. We're both just like, damn.
This is very, very
This
good.
is a very good show.
Yeah.
Very, very good. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it, everyone. This was Fire Force Season 2, Episode 14, The Ashen Reaper. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and hopefully we will see you all in the next one. So I guess until then, I'm Nate.
I'm Nick.
We'll see you, everybody. Peace out.